my goodness.
I was so excited.
Is that not wonderful?
That was amazing that I was watching Lacey's face and I was like, I think my face is the same way.
I was just so happy.
Beautiful voice. Goodness gracious. All right, this weekend, yes, that's coming up, and we have gorgeous weather really off and on, taking you all the way through the work week. I'm showing you radar from yesterday as thunderstorms flared up in western Oklahoma. Not everyone got the rain. A few lucky folks got very nice water out of this, and then everything fizzled as it made its way into central Oklahoma. Of course, Marty Logan was out tracking those thunderstorms, some of them cranking up their heels and giving us a little wind and hail yesterday. All is quiet currently on this Monday morning. We had a couple sprinkles in north central Oklahoma this morning. No watches, warnings, advisories across much of the United States. There's some freeze warnings out there that I took off, but other than that, it's pretty quiet for now. We are anticipating thunderstorms later today. Next Gen Live will be fired up, tracking those storms as they flare up. Trackers will be out, and if we need to, Jim Gardner will be on these storms. Now, they're going to be on a low-end scale as far as springtime in Oklahoma, as far as the threats, but still, some wind and hail is possible. We had some pretty thick fog throughout the morning hours. We've been talking about this all morning. It's just now starting to really loosen up its grip and mix out in portions of Clinton, Hobart, Lawton, and in Beckham County out near Sayre. 55 degrees in Oklahoma City. South winds are at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. We're in the 50s, the low 60s. And if you enjoyed the temperatures, wasn't it beautiful over the weekend for Easter? It's going to be gorgeous again today. There's a weak cold front that's pressing into our panhandle. Ahead of it, south winds. Notice the winds are starting to pick up now, some out west. They've been really calm through the morning, which is why the fog has been so thick. Winds will pick up out of the southeast, and then we'll have a chance for isolated showers and thunderstorms. Now, those chances bump up after 4 p.m. to about 40% in Oklahoma City. It's not locked in that we get the rain here in the metro, but those chances are looking better. We'll see temperatures drop off this evening, and those southeast winds will prevail. So mid-70s, may even reach 80 right along the boundary up in Alva and Woodward. And ahead of that, we're unstable enough. Gulf moisture is just enough that those storms could grow pretty rapidly, and there's pretty cold air aloft, which would cause those updrafts to shoot up pretty quick. Could crank out some quarter-size hail, 65-mile-an-hour winds, and quite a bit of lightning. And just like what we saw yesterday, not everyone's going to get in on the rain action. So let me show you future next gen. Pretty quiet through about 2, 3 o'clock, and then thunderstorms start to billow on up. Again, we'll have trackers on these under them. They'll try to rotate, which could crank out some of that larger hail. But as far as the tornado risk today and the low-level wind shear, it's really not there, which means that tornado risk is extremely low today. That's a good thing. 40 to about a 50 to a 60% chance of rain. That best chance is basically going to be the Oklahoma City metro back to the west, down to the south, and it's ahead of that boundary. Not everyone in that zone gets in on the rain. This will kind of be a broken line of storms that forms with up to quarter-size hail possible and 50 to 60 mile per hour winds. And then tonight, once we lose the heating of the day, we lose the storms. They collapse, they fall apart. We're into the 50s. Tomorrow, 70s on the way, and there's another storm we're tracking. There are 2 of them this week. The first one is the one bringing us those storm chances today, which, by the way, as this storm is moving from the north to the south, that's what our storm motion will be today. They'll develop to the north and press to the south. Then heading into tomorrow, Wednesday, into Thursday, we warm it up. Winds start to pick up out west on Thursday, and then storm number 2 arrives. The problem is it's pretty close in vicinity to the first storm system, and this one may be impacted. The energy not quite as potent with it, and also we're seeing the Gulf moisture not as plentiful as what it had looked like in days past, which means we'll have a risk for severe weather, but it's not looking like an outbreak at this point, which is, hey, we don't need this outbreak, but we sure do need the rain. Then we do turn cooler into the weekend and into the first part of next week, and then we heat it right back up. So chance of rain after today is going to be Friday afternoon and evening, 30 to a 40% chance. With the cold front moving in, the dry line setting up once again a low risk for severe weather. Here's your 9-day forecast. 70s turn to 80. We turn cooler into your weekend. Still very nice with mid-70s next week. All right, that's your full forecast. We're back with what caught my eye right after this.